Hey, what's up, Savages? Welcome back to Grizzly Savage Podcast. Welcome to episode 3. Today we are filming in a pretty amazing facility. I want to thank Fitness for You for allowing us to film here in Avon Park at their new gym. Man, we got a pump in today. This is an awesome gym. If you haven't checked it out, you need to definitely get out here and check it out. My brother Mike.
What's up, guys? Like he said, super nice gym. All brand new machines, different zones, different weights for anybody to come work out. Why we're doing it in the gym, fitness to me is something new. It's something foreign. I was never an athlete. I didn't do sports in school. Did you do sports?
No. I did PE.
You did? Well, I didn't do any sports. I did the PE because I had to. So fitness has shown me really you got to get uncomfortable so that you can show yourself something uncomfortable will lead to something great. Not only in fitness, but your wake up routine. You wake up earlier, your days are longer, you have more time to get successful. And this new Savage that we're interviewing today has really taken that fitness aspect to a whole new level. From he was a big boy. He was a big boy for his height. He was, I think, 5'5", at around 240, 250 pounds. And now he's absolutely jacked. And this is our friend, Carlos.
What's up, Carlos?
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Grizzly, brother. Welcome, brother.
Awesome. Welcome, man. Appreciate you guys inviting me to this.
I appreciate you coming,
yes,
brother.
Yes, sir, of course.
And getting us the connection and the access to coming
yes, sir.
into the
Yes,
gym.
sir. No, yeah. And it wasn't even my idea with you guys, and I'm glad you guys brought it up, to record here, because and we'll get to that. Steven is he owns his gym, yeah. He has one in Lake Placid. He has 2 gyms. He has one in Lake Placid. That one was there for about, I think he was there for probably 3 to 4 years, maybe.
Wow.
He always mentioned he was gonna start another gym. Actually, before that, he was working at Anytime Fitness in Avon Park. That's kind of where a lot of us connected here and there. He was actually a trainer there. He's like, and then he'd always mention, he's like, he want to open it. A lot of people, even they told me, you need to open up your own gym because I work out. To me, it's not like I wouldn't get out of my comfort zone to go do that stuff, but it's that's a whole different level. And sometimes you hear people tell you stories oh yeah, and you'll go along with it because you're buddies with them, but you're I don't think not many people will get there. He's just dreaming or whatever. I never hated on him saying that, but I heard him and I took it in, but I never actually thought he would do it. Next thing you know, he left the gym from there, good terms and everything. He said, I'm going to open my own gym. A lot of people down talk that. They looked down and they're he started here, guys, clientele. He's taking it's in Lake Placid. This is Avon Park. Lake Placid is totally different.
Right.
That was
Lake Placid.
That was
people
risky.
Who don't know is 40 minutes away. 30
exactly.
Minutes,
Not everybody's gonna go down there. I even told him bro, I would love it. He would tell me, come in, it's getting built, this and that. He'll come whenever I see him in public, and I'm I'm the type of person I'm always busy. Even to do this, honestly, I postponed it. Like you were like trying to get right whenever you were getting the idea of doing this stuff. Then I seen like you did the with David, and now you just did Jesus. It's like it's not like you and I'm like I got to get in there. Like you mentioned it to me like a while back, and I'm like exactly. Like I kind of like took it where like okay like a lot of people tell me stuff like that, and then like I'm like yeah of course yeah I'm down like but it's like really like there's no way I'm gonna be able to like to make time for it. Like it's like literally all I do is work. That's all I do.
How many jobs do you have right now?
I got 3 jobs right now.
You got 3.
Yes. So I'm pretty much I get really no sleep. Today would have been my sleeping day, and it's like it's not like I'm sacrificing anything. Like this is a pleasure to me. Seeing you guys is motivating me too as well.
Right.
Like you started like you have your own journey. Like you
I'm
like it's
I'm
like it amazes me. Yeah, like even you like I seen you in person. I seen you. You posted a picture like is that. I was talking with Gerardo. He was like the Dime Customs and all that stuff. That's a shout out to Gerardo. Like, that's my boy, Dime Customs. He gets his thing. He's worked on all my vehicles and stuff like that.
Yep.
But you came up to I'm like, dude, do you see like cat eye? Like, that's what we call it. Cat eye. Like, yeah, like yo, that's what you buy for the truck, But it's like, oh yeah, it's in that. Like everyone's like, I'm like, dude, that's crazy. I have my own transformation, dude, and for me, like to see that in such short time and like healthy, you look healthy. Like I did my transformation, and we'll get to that. Wasn't the most healthiest way. I wish I would have learned here and there. I would have heard voices. Like so many people try to win. Oh, you didn't there. I should have stopped right here. And sometimes I go back to my pictures, or the pictures I was tagged in. It's like, man, if I would have started right there.
I know.
That's always that. If I would have. But then at the end of the day, everything in life happens for a reason, bro. Like everything in life happens for a reason.
That's the good thing that we have with each other, right? Because we bounce off things like, hey, I did it this way. It didn't. Maybe it would work better this way. Hey, I did it this way. Maybe you should try this way. So I have somebody to reflect on.
Yeah.
So
two different views. You know what I mean?
And were you born here in Avon Park?
No, I was born in Puerto Rico.
Oh, so you were born in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
And when you came over here, how old were you when you moved over?
I was 6 years old. Yes. I finished preschool over there, and then I started first grade here.
And you came. So you came Puerto Rico to Sebring.
Yes.
Got
it. Avon Park. Here I grew up like literally like, and we were talking about Anytime Fitness over there in Avon Park. We moved right there. It was Pepper Tree back then.
Pepper Tree, yeah.
Right there. I was living right there, right across the street from there. So I moved there. It was me and my father. My mom. I found out way later in life, which I wish I would have known before or whatever. But then again, like I didn't understand. When you're young, you don't know all these things. My mom. I don't know if many like there's females watching. If anything, like females go through so much when they have like pregnancy wise, like during the pregnancy, after pregnancy, you have no idea. Hormones are something serious. Yeah, like even guys, and we'll get to that too. Like depression is real. It's like a mental thing. It's all in the mind. My mother, she suffered from postpartum depression. So what that led to is like different scenarios. Where I'm not gonna get into that because she's still my mother.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I love her to death. Like I didn't have that mother figure, but she had postpartum depression, so she really wasn't there for me. Like my grandmother and then my dad is when I moved over here. He wanted a better life and he came over here. My father raised me on his own. My grandma would come here every now and then. Yeah, my father did an amazing job. And I think that's why I am the way that I am. Like I don't have kids of my own, but I did, take care of 3 as if they were my own.
Right.
But my father, people who know my father, they're like, oh, that right to this day, they'll ask me, how's your dad, whatever. My dad did a great job. My dad used to be before he had me.
It shows, brother. It shows that he did a great job.
That's awesome. Yeah, like I always say that. I tell people, like, my dad did a great job. Nobody has a blueprint, like nothing. Like everyone.
Yeah, right.
You don't, you know what I'm saying? You could say you're gonna be this type of father or parent, and then when the kid comes, it's like goes out the window. You don't really know what you can. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, you could be overprotective. You don't know if that's gonna cause him to be rebellious.
Right.
Like it's like, but that you can't really look at it that way. Like my father was the type, like. Si vas a ir por un lado, un sitio, you're gonna go somewhere. Just let me know where you're gonna be.
Right.
I could have literally went anywhere. I say that because like he was that didn't go nowhere.
Right.
I'm like all I did was I would go from Pepper Tree. I go to the projects, hang out with all my friends there.
Right.
I didn't hang out with the best crowds at all. I was one of those kids even in school. I was a class clown. To this day, I still have that humor. Like now people understand like I'm a goofy person. Like if you know me and all my coworkers, they'll like. I'm a goofball. Like
you're fun, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's also where you were growing up too. Mm-hmm. You were around those surroundings as well.
Yeah. So, but the crowds I was with was not the greatest crowds. Back then I used to sag my pants, like try to fit in here and there. My family were like, oh, he's gonna be like some of my family members like that's just how Hispanics are. Right. They'd be the most judgmental, like Christians, all that. I would still go to church with my grandmother on Sundays. I'll go to church on Wednesdays here in First Baptist across the road. I would go to 2 different churches. But I was still the class clown, even in the churches and stuff like that. Like I was.
You were causing ruckus in the church.
Yes. So I would hang out with like not the best crowds. So people say like I seen the video with David. Like, tell me who you hang out with, and I can tell you what type of person you're.
Absolutely, that's right.
Can definitely understand that.
You gotta take yourself out of that negativity. If you know, so did you know they were bad for you while you were hanging out?
Well, it's not that they were bad, but it was just like, you know, like even honestly, like to this day, now that I have my truck, you know what I mean, you got nice cars, I would have hated to live in an apartment complex. That's all I don't right now, because I'm scared that there would be a neighbor that have a kid that was like me.
Right.
Yeah. Bro, I used to bring all of the ones for the projects, all that don't even live in Pepper Tree. I would bring them in there, you know, kickball, get a flat basketball, whatever. We'll play kickball. We'll play manhunt. We'll play hide and seek. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'll climb the trees to get on top of the roofs because that's cheating. You know, you're never gonna find me up here. You imagine you're at home watching TV and like you're just hearing like kids running up. That was me. Me and then my friends that would follow me up there.
Oh my
you know God. What I mean? Like there was fences around in Pepper Tree, wood fences, and a lot of people probably would drive by. There'll be some that were missing. Because like instead of us going around like normal people,
you're
gonna find it. Yeah, well, I was too heavy to climb them, so we just break them. Oh, and we'll go right through there.
So when did you start getting heavy? So you got heavy?
Okay. Let's go back to like when I first moved over here. So obviously, like my mom had her little episode. I can't say that she never tried to be there. I can't like even elementary, middle school, like it was still like she would still reach out. I can say that about my mother. It's more than just reaching out or the side I look at it, but I can say that she always tried to call. Okay. My grandmother would pass me whenever she was visiting, like in the summertime, because she'll help out my dad. My dad did raise me on his own, but cooking wise, all that stuff, grandma
for sure.
But mostly because she would leave and then she'll leave me and my dad's. And my dad never let me miss a meal. Everybody knows that. I used to eat, but you know when you're a kid, you're 7 to 9, you have a fast metabolism. Yeah. I was skinny as a kid. It's not like I was always fat. But it got to a point where like my family members, like my aunt, she's always looked out. It wasn't in the most negative way. My father used to be into drugs before he had me. He used to be an alcoholic, like heavy.
Got it.
So like there's already planning for him to fail. A kid changes him. My dad changed, you know. Like once I was with him, I can tell you he was not drinking anymore. He got a good stable job. While he was raising me, he stopped all that, and I can say that. Now cigarettes, he did smoke like 2 packs a day. I'll tell you that. I to this day I've never smoked. Ever. Nothing at all. Not because I look frown upon it or whatever, like weed, whatever. Like I can see all the benefits from it, but since like I feel like I don't need it. Like I don't want to start something, even with food. Like I know myself. I have no self-control. No. So like I don't want to start it because even for the like benefits from it, like I wouldn't want to start it because I might get like. Hooked on it. That's how I am. Even drinking.
So you saw him being addicted to things.
Yes,
or
like there's people. Yeah, exactly.
So it's like we say, there's people like our dad grew up. Yeah. Our dad grew up where our grandfather was a big alcoholic. Mm-hmm. So our father, and now later on in life, if we were out on the boat, out on the beach, he'd have a margarita or something. Mm-hmm. But he wasn't a drinker.
Right.
And then I like to have my drinks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So my father, it was almost like he was raised by an alcoholic, so he took off the other way, completely against it. Or you can be the guy that, my dad was an alcoholic, so now I'm an alcoholic.
Yes.
And I tell my dad would be like, you need to control the drink. I don't know why you drink. I never drank like that. I don't know why you drink. I said, Pop, because you grew up seeing an alcoholic. I grew up seeing you not drinking. I don't see the evil in it. Exactly. Like you see it.
Yes. And even me, but when as he was raising me, like I do stuff memories here and there because my mom did try. She moved over here for a bit. But it was just they never connected. They tried, and I should have learned from that in the future when I tried staying for the kids and stuff like that. But I do remember, like some people tell me they don't remember things as when they were kids, like 4 years old or 7.
I have terrible memories.
Like I have great. I mean, I'm a server right now, and like I have great memory. That's why
that's awesome.
I don't even write them down. I'm saying and I love it. But like I have visions, like even the bad things. Most of the bad things, sadly. But like I have like phrases. Like sometimes I'll smell something. A perfume, a cologne, it brings back memories, man.
Yeah.
Let's say outside, sometimes I don't know if it happens here. Like there's a certain smell. You go out, like I'll go out like out of town, whatever. Like it's a smell, like the nature, kind of nature
like
smell, whatever. Yeah, like even a song, it'll bring back so many flashback memories. It's crazy. Like I'll smell like even my grandmother. She used to rest in peace. Anything like that what she put to go to church, and that brings back so many memories, like bright memories and stuff like that, like smells, tastes, certain candy that you haven't had like the lungs, like it brings back little triggers. Yeah. But I remember like there was times where my dad had fell back, and like my grandmother and my mom didn't let him come in through the sliding door. He was like, oh, like, please open up. And he showed me a Snickers bar. And I like, but why can't I open? I was a kid. And then he noticed that was kind of hurting, and he stopped ever since. But it was like a little trigger where he would fall down. He would fall back. He'll fall back.
Right.
But I can tell you, guys, when I was growing up, he nothing. Like, just, he did smoke here and there. But he literally went straight up.
Dedicated himself to raising you.
Me.
Yeah.
I used to sleep with my father since I was, and it's kind of weird. I never
No,
admit it.
bro.
Like, I slept with my father until I was like 11 probably.
Yeah.
I told him, I had a twin bed. Twin bed was not comfortable. That's part of it. But it's like, I don't know, like
you was normal.
Yeah, this me was normal.
Right.
And like, that's how close me and my father were. That's why people ask me to this day, like, how's your father doing? What's he doing? Nah, I sometimes don't know how to say it, because I've been on my own since I was 17, like at a young age. Yeah, it wasn't something that I chose. I kind of, I was like, I got a job when I was going to high school. I was making my own money. Then I started also in Walmart. I felt like maybe he was like, I did. Like, he rewarded himself. I did a great job raising him. He's doing
you're a man. You grew up early.
Yeah, exactly. So he started with beers, hanging out with the wrong crowds with beers. Oh, I want to this on the mom. My dad actually did a whole treatment for the liver, illegal. Got a probation officer, went through the same thing, and a close friend. They did not make it. Only a small percentage from what I hear that make it. You know what I mean?
But what was it that he got?
His liver, like, it was not functioning from all the liquor he used to. He was alcoholic.
Got it.
Yeah, so it was like a treatment for. It was like injection that we do like weekly. Like, it's like, it took a whole year and a half. His probation officer and his buddy didn't even make it.
Yeah, it's like a filtration.
Yes,
like
exactly. And then so I would try to tell them, like, oh, like, and they, they were there for you. Like, they didn't make it. They actually weren't even into all that. So they lost their kids and all that. Lost that. I feel like I would use that as like I have to do better, and like
super healthy.
Yeah, and then like, you survived that, you made it through that, and you're gonna just throw that all away and just risk it all over again. What was the treatment for?
Right.
But he started, I want to best on my, and I understand it. Okay, cool. Like, it's like,
so you're saying he almost felt like, I already raised Carlos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like that's maybe what happened. And from there, it ended up to more liquor bottles and like not eating. He was spending money on just that, you know what I mean? Like, or Hennessy, a bottle, like, that's pretty expensive. I worked in Walmart, I'm like, and it's down in a day, and you're not really feeding your body, you know what I mean? That's me, what I was doing my whole, that's why I lost a lot of weight as well. Like, it goes to that point, like, where I was like, like, going through that, I was not really home as much. Kept myself busy. I was going to the gym 3 times a day as well. But my father.
3 times a day you were hitting the gym?
Yes. I'm actually like, I got to send you like the thing, like, and Anytime Fitness says like how many times you visited in 365 days. It's like 1,017, I think.
Shoot.
But like I said, do not do that. Like, I've learned.
You took the consistency as key, and you made like a fucking
exactly.
master.
But I learned once I learned that resting is a big part of growing.
Really?
Yes. It's like, to this day, like, sometimes I have to force myself not to. Like, today, got a little pump, whatever, but it's like, I'll take, like, I don't have specific days to take off, but I say something pops up. I have worked 3 jobs, and I mean, sometimes I'm too tired, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna go to the gym. It's like rest. I'm trying to build my legs up more, so what I really focus on, because I neglected them a lot. But why?
This guy doesn't like hitting legs at all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's one thing I learned is like.
And ever since I lost weight, bro, I don't know what happened, bro. I lost my ass. And I've been trying to build my ass up, but I hate the girl.
I tell you what, like, that's I was very proud of, like, a lot of my coworkers. I've been through, which was good to as well, like in a motorcycle accident as well. I've had to restart plenty of times. I can tell you right now that when I was heavy, overweight, I was at my happiest. I was happy. People ask me.
I think this
happy. Yes, you were, bro. Yes, I find videos on Facebook right now.
Oh no, you were that happy.
No.
No. Wait a minute. No. It's not that I was unhappy. I was happy the way I was living, but again, let's say your pop's drinking. Mm-hmm. Your pop's drinking. He's doing this and this and that, but he's happy.
Yeah.
Right. But you're being destructive.
Yes.
So I was happy, but it was destructive.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
It was drinking. It was fat. It was smoking. It was destructive to my wife. It was destructive to my kids.
Yeah.
So when that triggered, bro, no, I'm the happiest I've ever been. Now.
Right.
Bro, the first time I played soccer with my kids, bro,
and
the ball's leaving the court, and I'm the one, I'll go get it.
Yeah.
And go, what, bro?
Yeah.
I felt amazing.
Yep.
That's happy, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's happy.
Yeah.
Well, you at the time you didn't know what that was like because we've never been there.
No, and I've never been insecure either. I was a sexy fat boy. I didn't care.
Our mom, always, you're so handsome, you're gorgeous, you're this.
Well, you also got the eyes too, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like, it helps out.
Yeah, it does.
But the things like people ask me too, like, well, what motivated you, like, to lose weight and stuff, like, was you getting bullied or no? Like I was not the greatest kid. Like I got into fights all the time. Why? Because I didn't know how to communicate. I was still learning. I have an accent, not so much now, but like I used to have a big accent. Yeah. And then when I say like, I guess like a disagreement, it can be just one little thing or somebody mentions something.
Hold on,
like,
but when did you start getting big?
Okay, so back to let's say when I was because we totally
I know we keep going with this stuff right there.
Yeah, but so let's say so they already thought my dad was gonna be going down that road. Right. So they were looking out. They seen me like they said I was just too skinny. Like my dad wasn't.
The PIs.
Yes. So they're gonna like, I'm gonna llevar la what is it, DCF they call it? Is that
really?
Like,
yeah.
It's like like about to so then like they can like do something about it, help out or take over. Right. Some like my mom was trying because she had postpartum. It doesn't last forever. I don't know how long it was, but I can say she tried. But then at the end of the day, when she moved over years to try things out, and I tell her to this day because we started speaking recently more often. You know what I mean? Like now I'm much older, and it's like I had the kids as well. It's hard to say. I don't know if I do view her as my mother because she's my mother, but I never had motherly figures. So I try to tell that to a lot of people. Like, it's important. I wish I felt like I love her obviously, but it's like I see like I work with the people and I see it all the time. Like single mothers like hustling and like they give their all for the kids. I'm not saying she didn't, but like. Yeah. Like my kid, like I take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, you don't have no say in what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
Oh, you wanted to stay over there with your dad? Obviously, I'm gonna say that, mom. Like I'm saying, like obviously, I'm gonna say that. I love my dad, but
you needed authority.
Yeah, but you had that. And I'm not saying like you should have because everything happens for a reason. Puerto Rico's not the best. I probably would have been with the worst people, even worse people over there.
Than now, yeah.
But like you can't use that excuse saying that I wanted to stay over here. I was 5 years old. Like I have no say. I didn't know how to wipe my own butt. I have no say. So she did try have her times in there, but she didn't want. My dad was very not like he was very more an aggressive person, light tempered. I'm the same way. My mom has epilepsy. She's allergic to shrimp. I have a shellfish allergy.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of diagnoses that I know. Genetic, I'm bipolar. I know it. And my father's bipolar. He takes his medication for bipolarness, depression. My mom's in the same boat. I mean, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It's not that, a lot of people, that's what some people like, mental health is very serious too. And like fitness has helped me, Like the battles I have in my head when I go to the gym is totally, like sometimes I be in my own mode, I have like my headphones in. Even if my headphones are dead, I put the headphones in. Because I'm there for me. Like I have battles that I'm fighting in my head.
You're breaking, how would you say it?
You're breaking the cycle.
Yeah, but there's like we have negative things that we come with from our past, not from us, right? But from our genetics, from the history of our family. Yes. You're breaking all that, bro. You're like number one. You're the one. Right. You're the one who's gonna change the entire path of what your family was. Yes. That's amazing, bro.
Yes,
that's
you're
amazing.
The one.
Right.
You are the one.
Yeah,
right.
You are.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I have like argument, oh you're like this, like that's narcissism, whatever. Like there's different thing. I'm like, man, I sit down, I would research. Like I was not like, even let's say once it got fit and all that, which you get to as well, I was not the greatest guy. I was getting attention here and there. Like, oh man, like I'm not proud of it. I'm not him anymore, but to this day it follows me. Like reputation, stuff like that. Like man, it's like bro, from years ago, people change. Like people actually change. In 10 years, But
so like he said yesterday, because some people stay stuck in the past, but I'm now in the future.
Right.
Don't stay stuck in your past.
Exactly.
If you want to evolve, just keep looking forward, keep working forward. Yeah. Some people who hate on you, they're gonna keep.
You're gonna have haters no matter what.
No matter what.
I've heard that. Just like people ask me, like, oh, like when were you at your happiest? Like I tell you, when I was heavy. But when I was heavy, there was people critiquing of, oh, like I had C cups, man. I used to wear my shirts like foam and like a jacket. It'd be 110 degrees outside. I don't care. I put a jacket inside the house. I put the jacket in the house, so it's cold in there, so it's still cold in the jacket. I'm lying to myself. I just didn't like. Right. I didn't like. It's like I always wear the same jacket and like very heavy.
How you did that?
That was like, because I got heavy. Let's say from 11 is when I was getting there, and then like to like for 4 years, like I was up there. And it was getting worse and worse. Yeah, it was getting worse and worse and worse. And then it's like I would wear that, I would hide that. But it wasn't really bullying. It was just little comments like, "El gordito." We playing kick, I mentioned kickball. We run the projects. They're picking. Oh, este. Oh, yo, dame un gordito. Like,
right. It's out of love.
Yeah,
that's the best.
Yeah, I'm like, and then like me, I used to be very pale. Like I've gotten some color knocks, like at the car wash. I'm getting like a lot of sun. Yeah. But I was paler than this. Like, man, at this point, I used to say when they call me like el gringuito or canito, like
Yeah.
at this point say gringuito, I'll be on your team, but don't say el golito. I was like, man. Then everybody's like, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like bullying on that point. Like
So
I
what
didn't
made-
get bullied like that.
What made the gear switch? What made you say, man, I don't want to be a good
Well,
dude?
it got to a point where I just didn't want to be called el golito, and like it actually started off like without even trying. Honestly, I started playing basketball a lot. Basketball, it stretches you out, all that, with the crowds, and it just hit the switch. Like I just want to.
Done.
Yeah, it's not that hard. You just gotta watch what I'm eating. Like stop. Like I just hated going to the family reunions and like, oh, you're getting like they're gonna critique you. Like hasta prendo de fuego, you're getting deformed.
No.
It's like, man, there's something, and they would pinch my
Yeah.
nipples or something. I hated that.
Dude.
They'll
Our
go like
dad used to
that.
do that
Yeah,
too.
so it's like not bullying on purpose, but it's like, man, like I don't like that. I don't do that. There's people here, like there's females here too. Like I was,
Yeah.
like
Right.
yeah, like
Hispanic families, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, my grandmother, that's a savage, bro.
Yeah.
She's a savage. Oh, ain't that horrible, bro?
yeah, that's the
Jeez.
first thing right when I walk in. And it's like, man, but they want you to eat. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
like I don't walk in. If not, they feel disrespected. It's
Uh-huh.
like, so I got to a point where I like, man, I'm gonna stop coming to this because like I don't like that. Like, and then so like I started little by little.
So it
and
was
getting
you.
more
It
shape.
was you.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah. There was no health issues, nothing like that. I was, I was okay. I always the
Yeah,
doctor
like
told
what,
me I was
14
weight.
when the switch hit?
Exactly. So then I started little by little, like without trying. I used to play the Xbox a lot. Like even in school, like I would play like, who's RZX Venom, whatever.
Yeah.
I was always goofy on the mic. Behind the mic, it's like I'm goofy. Like I do my
Talking
thing.
smack, whatever.
Yeah, but it's like I was a goofy kid. Like they'll kill me. I'm
those
like,
hobbies
screaming.
get aggressive,
Yeah.
dude.
I used to be yelling like a little girl, whatever. They see me in school or whatever. They're like little geeky kids, like, oh my god, and we'll be in the same clan. I don't even know what they look like. They're never speaking in front of me. Like, oh, is that Venom's? There's no way. Like that's him. Like I'm always walking like I'm cool, like in SAG, whatever. Like all like I just don't look like that type of person. And then I get on the mic, I'm over here acting this and that. Like they know who I am.
Right.
But like then I started. I had to sell my Xbox to lose weight because I was man. Xbox is like time consuming. I love it. Call of Duty, all that stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
You took it upon yourself to say
At what, 14, 15?
Yes.
the
yes.
Xbox is bad.
No, it's bad. Yeah, but it was consuming my time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I love this. It's like, I'm gonna go. Like, I'll go play basketball. Like, no, the time goes by. Each game, you're just like, no, I gotta win this. Like,
That's
this.
amazing willpower
Yes.
at 14, 15 years old, bro.
Yes. So that I sold that. I started just selling this. Like, I used to as a kid. Like, around that age, I was already selling candy. Just like David said. I sold candy
You were hustling too.
Yeah, but he was flipping. I then admit, like, my father didn't get help. Like, we had food stamps, man. I was that kid.
Right.
Food stamps, like $460 back then was a lot.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Food stamps, you don't understand. And I used to have like, hey, like I had my buddies come, like my friends come over from around. I was that kid. I had all the Capri Suns in there.
You had all good snacks.
Yes, the hugs, the icicles, all flavors, all there. Like bro, everything packed, everything. I had all types of bread on top of the fridge. I remember I had all Fruit Loops, todas de marca, all the name brand
All
ones,
good
and in the back I had the
cheap shit.
the cheap ones that taste better. For me, it tasted better. It was too sugary. So you pick whichever, and then they're like, "Oh my God, Mom!" I remember Carlos. I never picked up on it. "Oh my God, Mom! Carlos had this and this and that." And they would say, "Oh, why don't we ever like?" I was like, "Well, because he gets like help from the government, like food stamps, like it wouldn't hurt me though, because I was young. I was like,
Yeah, you didn't get it.
Talking about what is this?
Yeah, you didn't
Okay,
get
I
it.
like it. Yeah, they're like, "Oh, well," but now I see like I wasn't even trying to show off, but it's like I should have kind of. I didn't have the mentality at that time.
You're a
And I
kid,
like,
bro.
bro,
Yeah, dude, that's what
But
everybody
it would
wants.
make them,
Xbox,
like, yeah.
Twinkies, ho.
Yeah,
I'd be happy too.
Right. So it's like I had all that. So it's like, well, during that time, I started like, oh, why don't I just buy, like on this food stand, just get this and that. In school, they always ask like for a piece of gum, candy, whatever. I got to the point like, no, like give me 10 cents for a piece of gum. Okay, 10 cents. Started there, like, okay. Those when the Max 5 came out.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
So it was like,
The black with the black and blue.
I have food stamps. I'm gonna buy the pack that brings like 5 or 3.
Right.
The pack of that is like, for that I pay like what, $5.98 probably the most. I will sell the pack for $5, just one, and that brings like 5.
Right.
Just sign it. I'm not even flipping money because it's not even money it's food stamps.
Right.
Yeah.
The government's giving that to my daughter, and that's not the best way. It's actually not a good thing to do. Don't get these ideas out there. In school, I got in trouble for it.
Really?
And yes, you can't be selling stuff like that. And you can't sell
Yeah,
things in school.
yeah, my kids.
Yeah, especially if it's like food stamps, like it's like like it's
Right.
bad.
Saving the money.
And
Right.
I learned that. Oh my God, like I got my little. They gave me like 3 days of what says they had to, because after that, people start seeing that. Other people start doing that.
Right.
It was becoming a problem. People were skipping classes to go like meet up to go sell that. Then some people were not even selling candy. They're like selling candy. They're actually selling.
Well,
the
nowadays
real
you got the kids selling vapes in the
Yes.
middle school, bro.
stuff. Dude, I hear the stories right now. Like they have little detectors.
They smell the vape.
It's crazy. I'm like, it's gotten to that point. Like people come, like, I hear the kids complain. I'm like, man, that's bad. For them to make that rule, it's like because it's for a reason.
Yeah, bro.
That you let it get to y'all were pushing it that far for them to have to make that rule.
Yeah, bro.
That is crazy. And I thought we were on lockdown. Can't have no phones. Had to, I guess, like certain like flags to go in the hall.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know, like, and I thought how they're bad.
We just went the other day. I went to go pick up the kids, and I went to the same high school that his kids go to, and now it looks like a prison.
Yeah, the front gate. Yes, you gotta have ID, and like, man, like I'm like, okay, like
it's crazy.
But I understand it's all. Everything is it's for a reason. You know, like all these rules are because of the action that we've done. They've tried everything to get before they get to that point.
Yeah,
you know,
the rules get worse and worse.
Yes.
You can't smack a kid. You can't.
No,
right.
No, I mean, we didn't have to get smacked in school either, but I don't know. I guess it was. So you sell the Xbox. You're 14, 15 years old. You make the decision to sell the Xbox, and then what? You just wanted to go play outside. So that was your workout.
Yeah, my workout. Slowly, I would go play basketball. I wouldn't get a ride or anything to go play. It was right here in the green court. So it's like Pepper Street to there. It's like probably like half a mile, whatever. I would walk there. Got to a point where on the way back, I'm gonna try to walk a little speed walk or whatever. Got to a point where I'm gonna next thing out before I can jog. I would jog there. It was mental things, like little challenges.
Okay, but you're heavy.
Yes.
You're going from being stuck in a room playing Xbox, eating all the junk food and all that. So that doesn't just happen.
No.
You were fighting mentally inside.
Oh yeah.
Right? Because there were the days that, damn, I shouldn't have got rid of the Xbox.
Right.
Damn, I don't want to walk today.
Right.
So how do you fight that? What do you tell yourself and what do you do?
How do I? During that time, and it's just like, there's just like I don't know, like I didn't really. I had those battles, but like I actually enjoyed going outside playing.
Okay.
But sometimes you get to a point where like I wish I had the Xbox. Like oh, you're gonna get online. Like after they do that, I'd go get online. But already at the age, I was also like getting to the point where I've always been. I had the food stamps during that time, but my father like wasn't the most wealthiest. My father, he did work as a construction worker.
Right.
He hurt his shoulder, and then you know how they give you disability.
Right.
When you get disability, you can't work.
No.
If you work, you're working under the table. So my father always he washed cars. A lot of people know him because él era el Carlito, el del diamante, he details cars. I started helping my dad in my free time. So I would do all that, and we would wash the cars. I was the guy. I've always loved rims. My truck don't even look at it. I haven't polished those wheels. It's like people, you need to clean it up. I try my best, but it's like my day off is my day off. That's my day to rest. Right. I'm not gonna be like I'm in the sun like polishing. No. But I was that kid. Like, even with the bikes when I was younger, everything chrome. I loved chrome. Like I would yo pulía, like I would.
You had the flash wheels on the bike.
Yeah, polish all the cars. I was a kid. So like they like the car how it came out the inside, but they're like, oh my god, look out of the rims. Oh my god, they're shiny. Like who that? And he'd be like, oh my boy, right there. And I'll be looking up like they'll give me like $20.
What?
To me, $20 in that time is like now is like back at that time, like wow. And my dad would always give me a cut, Yeah. So like you give me 20 here, whatever, like motivated me. So my dad's like, oh well, I think if you want to help, he never forced me to help him. And then like there was a course like weekly that we get done, like every Sunday, whatever. That's easy for him. It was like $20. Back then, $20 was a lot.
Right.
And I'm like, I would never pay for that. Like, but my dad would spend 4 hours like under the sun, like he was dedicated for that. That was his hustle. Right. He worked always under the table. He was the detail part.
Yeah, you had to.
He was good with that. That's why I learned little things here and there. Like he was like, nah, like esto aquí, like I would just let me. He would do it like for free, just so they can see if they like it, because he believed in himself. I'd do it for free or whatever. You don't have to pay me, and then like, cuando puedo hacerlo otra vez? Because Florida is like cars get dirty. There wasn't many car washes around here. Like right now, like where I'm at right now is, I try to tell people like that's a good car wash. Like it's like I'm not many around, but that one is. You're saving $25 a month, and you're getting 2 washes a day every day. Not everyone wants to be outside in the heat washing the car, but my dad did that.
How old were you when you were helping your dad?
Ever since that was more when I was like 12, all the way to all those years. So that was on and off. But when I was 12 and I had that mindset, and I got to like a bit older, where money mattered, I buy my own shoes. I was a kid. I would only buy 1 pair of good shoes, and then the rest were more like the
play outside.
Play outside, I wasn't allowed to take my good shoes outside, but I would buy some good black pair of shoes that I can use outside as well.
Right.
Never bought really white shoes. So I cannot keep any white shoes clean. I have these. That's the whitest that you're gonna see me with.
That's the whitest color.
Yeah. Even the white ones that I have, they're no longer white. They're more. They're on that gray to black area. I no cuido. I was always active as a kid.
Yeah.
And I remember playing kickball outside, and like that's just my dad he always told me that. He's like, so va a tener cuidado bien. He had all pairs of sneakers, all different colors, all that. to this day, I believe he still dresses like that. They see him as like he's young. He asks him, he's like, oh, like, te viste como un niño.
Yeah, he likes to look good.
That's how he is. Like, that's how he is, you know?
Good.
Like,
yeah,
I got that.
Yes.
But like the shoes, like, what we got? Like,
No, so
But this fitness journey where you're at today, how did this happen?
well, like,
Because
remember,
this is work, bro.
yeah. So remember, I was heavy. Got to a point where I was running back and forth, all that. Got to a point, and then I started also running in the gym. I don't know if you ever seen people they'll go to the gym and they're like, oh, I don't want to be people. I want to get to the gym, but I want to be like you. I don't want to be big. Like, thanks. Like whatever.
yeah.
Nobody really like. Okay, I understand that. But I used to be that kid. Like Junior, he used to go to the gym. Toucan.
Yeah.
David.
Shout out
another
Toucan.
David. Yeah, Toucan. He's always been in the background. He's seen from like. So that's why I'm so close with him. All these older guys and all that, because they seen what I went through and this and that. Like they were there. They tried helping me too, and I never picked up on it. There's David, he didn't even live here anymore. David, Lugos, all them. Like they would tell me, work out with us. I'm like, no, like this. Not that weightlifting and everything. I don't want that.
You're a big boy.
I was fat before, so I'm like, I don't want to be. I want to be skinny. I want to wear extra small.
Yeah, exactly. So with Toucan, I love Toucan. We worked out, I think, like almost a month ago.
Yeah,
And
like he's back, man.
and he's smart. He's
Oh, yeah.
smart, but he likes the whole big swole.
Yeah.
Like the quote fat strong
Right.
stuff,
Right.
bro. And I told him, bro, I know you're smart. I know you know how to grow and target the muscles, but I just don't want to look big swole. Like I want to be tapered. I still want to wear.
Right, like me, I try to right now I'm just bulking for like 5 months. So the thing about me right now, currently, skipping to this, like I do my mini cuts. I don't hold much fat on my legs.
Yeah, but you look good right there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but
What
this
do you
is
weigh?
right now I'm like 202, but it's like I have to cut down for me to feel comfortable, like 170, and then I want to go back up, because I was finally at a point in my life where I didn't have to eat many times a day, just normal meals. One healthy meal, I could eat out, and then maybe something before bed, whatever. I wasn't depending on food to build my body. Right when that happened, I got hit by the car on my motorcycle. I had a motorcycle.
Shit, you had an accident.
Yeah. So like, not to skip the whole like when I went in anorexic stage and all that, I had to restart there. You know, like I had to start from
After
scratch.
your accident.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, like, that's another thing I had to restart. You know, so like I was finally weighing 220, but like solid. 10% body fat. I felt the best, you know, and then that came and I lost it all in 3 to 6 months, man. I went down to 154.
Wow.
154. But I kid you not, like I tell people all the time, like I do this for me.
Right.
I look from I got so many messages. I kid you not. When I got skinny, I was looking normal. I wasn't even working out. I looked like, oh my God, you're so handsome. Like I got more attention when I was looking normal.
From girls, you mean? From
Yes.
females.
Oh my God,
Because you're scary,
yeah,
bro.
because and I can see where, you know, it's like, and I can
Yeah,
see.
but what he's saying is, I don't do this for females. I don't do
Yeah,
this.
like
I do it for me.
Yeah,
I like
like
this.
I like to when it gets big to the point, but it's like
a challenge.
I try to still keep it healthy, like on a lower body fat. Like I can probably lift heavy. Like I've always been the type. If my stomach goes more than my chest, I gotta drop.
You gotta
it,
cut
you know what I
back.
mean? So I do my little mini bulk. So I do bulk and then I cut down, see how I look. My legs never look like I want them, so I always gotta bulk up again. Because you're not gonna grow without bulking up. You're gonna gain some fat. I tell people all the time.
I didn't know that. Like, so we have a guy that we met because it was hard because our fitness journey is fresh, right?
Right.
So we started off. I mean, I was much bigger than you. I was almost 100 pounds more.
Nah,
You
yeah,
weighed
you
what?
got to the point you were having fun. I say that when I was looking at those tequila.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
like, oh, give me a shot of that. I'm like, nah, it's like, but you're living. I'm over here sweating and stuff like that. But you were going through stuff. Like right shortly after, you know, like rest in peace, your father and all that.
Yeah.
But you were living, but you were enjoying. Like I seen your father, like you were all together though. You know what I mean? Like
Always, dude,
y'all,
always.
the family.
But it's like we're saying, ahorita, with the things that you've been through. You could have totally, bro. You could have gone a whole other path.
Right.
You could have been an alcoholic. You could have
Right.
smoked cigarettes. You could have.
I-
And then what's the excuse? Well, that's how I grew up, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I know. No.
Yeah.
You were totally. You didn't grow up with anybody with fitness. You didn't grow up with anybody healthy, and you're an
No,
animal.
literally,
So
yeah.
with us, bro, I think for us, our father's death was
For
me.
For you, you're tying it into your fitness.
Yeah, for me it was a trigger.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
It wasn't for
my
you.
trigger.
Well then, thank God I was there to pull him in.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
for me, it was just he didn't die from being fat.
No.
He, his thing was
Right.
the whole COVID thing. I think
It's
if he would have been in shape,
Yes.
it probably wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah, a lot of people try to blame, like even during COVID too, like you can't. COVID killed him. I know, like there was already some stuff going on, and then that just icing on the cake.
Absolutely.
But there's little things you can't just blame one thing.
No,
It's like
no.
it's a. I tell people
Yeah.
like, even like now we work out with it, they'll say like, oh, like this and that, like juicing, whatever. Like it's not just that somebody dies, they look fit, oh, it's because of this. Oh, because they worked out too much or whatever. Oh, like they're losing their hairs. Like, oh, there's like
the
stress.
stigmas.
Like, bro, it
There's
happens.
stigmas and everything.
There's so many things. Like, dude, I worked overnight as well. Like I worked 3 jobs. Like not enough sleep. That has a lot to do with like, you know what I mean? Stress itself. Think of it. Like I was stressing. Like you look certain ways. Like, if stress is the number one, like it kills
killer, bro.
gains everything. Right? It's like, and it'll eat you alive.
Yeah.
By going back to when I was like I was losing weight and all that. It got to a point where I was getting skinny. I was in school, and there was teachers out there. To this day, now that I'm a server, and I love it because I bumped into these people from church. I was kicked out of church. Remember I told you I was in the wrong crowd? I was a class clown. You can't be making people laugh. And Bible study. Like they didn't kick me out, but like, can you please step out half the time? Like I was that kid.
Yeah.
That bad kid. So it's like I have to wait on these people. And then they're like, oh well, look, and then they see me where I am today, and they've heard stories here and there from church, like family members, whatever. Like I've never told people what I'm telling you guys now. Like I don't want people to like, oh, feel bad for me or whatever. Like no, like I hold it in. It's
not about
like many people know. Like I actually I've been homeless. I was homeless. We're gonna get to that point as well. Like my dad, you know, he got evicted. That's when like the whole separation started. People ask me, "What's your dad? How's your dad doing?" Whatever. Like I was at the like I say when I had got anorexic, I was losing weight. Right, I was in school. I was borderline getting anorexic. I was losing weight like that.
I remember that.
I went like I lost like 100 pounds for like 10 months.
Wow.
What were you?
Like,
were you just not eating?
I wasn't really eating like that. No, wasn't eating. But I was eating unhealthy things, but not a lot of it. That's what people don't understand. You can lose weight not eating healthy things, but your muscle's gonna go with it. I wanted to have abs, whatever. No, like I was getting flabby. I was like loose skin. I had loose skin like crazy everywhere.
Right.
That's when they took me like 3 years. Like of like after I got fit and everything, I had to put creams like cocoa butter like from the dollar store, and you put it all that on the stretch marks, stuff like that. I had stretch marks a lot of places. Right. Took me a while. Like so, it's like and that's why I'm like, dang, females go through this after they have kids.
Right.
I started thinking that about my mom too. You know what I mean? Like she had postpartum depression. She had postpartum depression. Her body changed.
Right.
On top of that, for someone like me, like she could feel like like oh, it's his fault, and stuff like that. That's what goes through their mind. But like I had to do all that stuff. Like there's more to it that people don't understand. You got to go through.
There's a lot.
Morning, night, like daily routine, the creams you have to use. It's more to it. But let's say when I was in school and all that, teachers were noticing. Oh, are you okay? Are you like they don't want to be like, oh, are you eating at home? You cannot come on a kid like that. But little by little they can see. But it got to a point where I was so skinny. I would stand up in class. I don't know if you guys ever have done that. You stand up too fast, you get like lightheaded.
Yeah.
That was the norm for me.
Yeah.
That was the norm for me, and it happened for 30 seconds sometimes. That happened for a minute. Got to the point where I would be like that for like a whole minute and a half. Everyone's left the class, school bell, and I'm like, I'm just packing up my stuff. It's because I'm lightheaded, but I'm not gonna tell someone like, oh, that's a sign of weakness. But you have to listen to those signs because I was going through that, and then that happened to me at the house. So it got to the point. It happened to me at the house that I got like that. I got up at home and I just like collapsed. And then I got up like I don't know how many minutes went by, and next thing you know, like I was in a coma.
Shit.
It's a hypoglycemic shock. When I was going through all that, I thought fat was bad for you. I thought sugar was bad for you. So what I do? No fat, no sugar. As a male, you need fat to function. Like that's just your thing. You need that. It helps with your testosterone, all that stuff. If not, your hormones are not gonna be right there. Your white blood cells are not gonna help fight. No sugar, you need sugar. Like natural sugars, whatever, you need some sugar. It's supposed to be like 144 milligrams from what I had learned. I was at 14.
Who taught you all this? You did research on your own?
No, that was like from the doctors and all that. I kept this all like, my family didn't even know about this because like I don't, I had, during that time, I had stopped going to family reunions and stuff like that. Like I was being like, because I was getting picked on. Remember how I told you about El Gordito, that's now uniform? And I had got, I was just not eating, all right? Got to a point where people were making like rumors that, oh, he's on drugs, he's on crack, because I looked so sick, 7 friend, he looked sick. I don't want you hanging out with him.
And instead of people reaching out and figuring, man, what's up, what's going on?
And those people that I looked up to, man, and I would hear those things, and I literally would tear up. I'm like, wow, this whole time I'm walking around, they think that I'm on drugs. Like, that's crazy. Like the bad things. Like, because my dad was like, back in his days, so he was going down that route.
Yeah, they think you're like your dad.
Exactly. So like I got like anorexic, all that happened. Then that's whenever I pretty much like I could have been gone right then and there. So like
you got down to what?
I was 101 pounds and I got to 98 pounds.
Wow.
98. There's some procedures they do, like they would fill you up with water, but you have to be 96 to 98 pounds. I didn't even get to that. So I didn't have the help to go ahead and they'll boost you up to get you all the, because one of the things is I used to weigh myself Every time in the morning before I drink water, I would drink water, and it sounds silly. I would drink a water bottle. I would gain 4 pounds. Like, oh my god! Like, I thought water was making me get fat. That's how bad it is getting in the anorexic stage. I got to a point I didn't drink water for a whole week. You need water. That's one of the reasons why the hypoglycemic, like the shock happened. It's not just because of the sugar thing, but it was so many things they explained. Like, I don't even know how you're alive right now, how you're functioning. Like I was not only just not drinking water, I would drink green teas and like stuff like burn fat and stuff like that and caffeine. It's like you're not hydrating. It's like negative effect.
Yeah.
You know.
You were starving.
But
Yes.
it's hard. It's so intricate, right? Because like we don't macro count and calorie count. Like we have a friend who's helped.
I've done it, and I got to a point where like you don't have to do those things. But I've done that. I've done it all. Everyone's different. Even with dieting, like I've done it all. I've tried different diets, but you have to do what works for you. I do intermittent fasting. I love it. Like even when I'm bulking, I'm cutting. I'm not that person because like I eat late at night. You know what I'm saying? Like so throughout the day, I feel better. I feel like I go to the gym. Even back in the days, like the cavemen and stuff, they had a hunt for their food.
Yeah.
So that gives them that adrenaline, that anger. I'm gonna earn this. I earned this food, you know.
Well,
so
that's
I go to the gym.
That's where that carnivore diet comes from. So our buddy, who when we started getting fit, shout out Alpha Dads.
Alpha Dads.
Absolutely. He definitely. If you have any questions on like diet or he showed us the scale that you could put the food, and I guess you tell the scale what it is, and it breaks
everything down. It's an app, like my fitness app, like back when it first started.
Fitness,
amazing. And we started talking about the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
And I did the carnivore diet. I did it for about a week, and it felt great. But going back to that, like caveman, animalistic.
Exactly. Yeah.
He was awesome, and then so combined with, because I don't.
I've never just done carnivore. Like it's to this point.
No.
I want to try it. But I tell people dieting is. I tell my family all the time. It's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle. It's what you think you can do that like daily. You know what I mean? Like not a diet. A diet you're gonna crash. Yeah. That's not sustainable. So I always pre-plan. And I'm gonna go eat out whatever on a Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm behaving whatever. Like Sunday comes, you do not gain weight. I learned that after all. Like I was weighing myself daily, like 4 times a day. You do not gain weight on a day. It takes 7 days. It's not by daily 3,000 calories. Yeah. So when I was trying to gain weight, I learned that then. I swore I was like eating so much, whatever. I would overeat for 2 days. I was so full on the 3rd day, I didn't even eat the 3rd day because I was just so full. Then the 4th day, so if you think about it, the first 2 days, like you're overeating, whatever. Then that day you just didn't. It's almost like working. You didn't eat. So throughout the week, like then it kind of like balances back out because it's like this, like that, going like that. You know, so you ate like this, but now you crash. You're feeling sick, going to the restroom, you lose even more weight. And then it's weekly that you gain weight. And I've learned that and I've tried it out. Like you gain weight weekly, not just daily. Just one mess. I tell people all the time. Visually, you'll feel out of shape the next day. You'll hold more water, fluffier. But it takes like 2 days probably. Like you just gotta hydrate. You know, like when first thing in the morning, I hydrate. I fast. I'm downing like half a gallon of water early. I do apple cider vinegar in the morning. It helps flush you out as well. That's after you've done your, Sunday is my cheat day, whatever. Like,
right.
So like Monday, I'm like starting fresh, but it's throughout the week. You don't gain weight on just one day. It's not the end of the world. I tell people all the time. That's why people worry with themselves every Monday. You know what I mean?
He told me don't worry about the weight on the scale.
Yeah.
Worry about your clothes.
Yes, clothes, mirrors. I love mirrors. People say, "Oh, you always in a mirror." Like that's just how that's just me. Like obviously, I love it. It's not just because of the ego thing, but that's how I know how I'm looking. You know, like face wise, whatever.
Right. Trying to keep up.
That's my weight scale. But I know that it doesn't mess with my head. If anything, it puts me in check, or it motivates me. You know. But like back whenever I was like anorexic, like I used to sit down in classes. You got to like the glutes, whatever, the legs, all that.
Yeah.
I used to sit down on how hard the chairs are in school. Dude, I would sit down. I had no butt cheeks. It was negative, all just bone, and that was the most painful. And you can't get up in class. But you're not gonna tell them, "Oh, can I stand up because my bones are starting." That's not very manly. I had to go through that stuff. So my biggest thing, like I had no legs, but I had people know. Like, I had like my biggest thing. I would train my glutes so much. They grew like I even measured them, man. And they grew like 9 inches. It sounds so fruity.
No, but that's how you
but
know.
It's like I grew my butt, but it didn't. It looked fake. People were like, "Is that fake?" Because like my legs did not match my butt. And
I didn't measure. My wife was just telling me your butt's looking kind of bad.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't. Who cares about it? Yeah. But now it's like, and now like I would train. I'm not a personal trainer myself. Like I do on the side.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I know exactly. I'm like, I know how to target the glutes. You know what I mean? It's like all these exercises I did myself, and that's why I love to train females. Like they're more like, no offense, but guys like they're going for it, but they don't really do the whole body. No, they want results so fast. Females is easier. You do 3 leg days, 1 upper body, like for back, probably this area, like this area, they have more issues.
Yeah,
with
little
this.
ball fat back here
Yeah,
type
so you
stuff,
do
yeah.
flies, the back, fly that, and you mix max.
So is it bad to do 2 leg exercises a day?
Like I said, everyone's different. I've learned that myself. I've done it all. So like, everyone's different. If that works for you, then yes. But like you were telling me about full body. For like a whole 3 months, I did full body. I used to hit traps every day. I used to do calf raises every day. Like side raises every day. My shoulders are one of my best parts and all that. I don't do shoulder presses. Now I do every now and then because it looks cool. All side raises, like not even heavy. You know what I mean? Like yes. Right now I do 2 to 3 leg days a week. That's my majority. That's what I'm focused on.
Right.
And then people understand when the bigger your legs get, the more you get to eat because they're the biggest muscle on your legs. Once I learned that, I was like, that's why you had a tummy.
Wait a minute. So if you're trying to grow legs, you got to eat more.
Yes. You got to. Well, you're
it's the biggest muscle in our body.
It's the biggest muscle. So the bigger your muscle is, the bigger the muscle is, the more calories you're getting. You know what I'm saying? You're overeating, but it's all going here first before it goes to your stomach.
Because I have this thing where
and your body grows.
So we got the gastric surgery in the beginning because bro, I was 22, 21, 23. I don't even know.
Right.
How old I was, but I was 360 pounds.
Yeah, you got big.
I was
like when I said I was a big boy, but it's like
no,
you big. That's when I seen you. Like I didn't see you for a while. You're like I only see you here and there. Yeah. I said like what? Like I don't know when did this happen. Like
the problem with him is, bro, he was the most confident 360-pound man, bro.
Yeah, you're already. I was
telling him, yo, you're fat, bro. I'm not that big, bro. I'm not that big.
Because you don't see it.
No,
you don't see it. Even whenever
didn't.
people tell me, like, when I got really skinny, you don't see it, man. Like, you know, like when I got that skinny, you just don't see it.
Bro, what size pants were you at your heaviest?
At my heaviest, I usually wear 38.
As your heaviest?
Yeah.
Well, he was a kid, though. Remember, he was young.
Yeah.
What was yours?
I don't know. I was in the 40s. 40,
50, bro.
That's crazy.
That's big, huge.
Bro, he came into the house one day, bro, and he was literally in one of his legs, like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a size 32.
Damn, he's huge, bro.
So that was.
It's just a great feeling.
We did the gastric. We did it. We did the gastric. I didn't know.
I didn't even know you went through that. Like,
yeah. We
I heard
sleep.
after I was mentioning, it's like I'm the type of person like that motivates me. Like, I'll mention you mention certain people, they're gonna have their own like opinions.
Yeah.
Even you mention my name to some people.
I don't care.
First,
Everybody has
like
an
I said,
opinion for everything,
you
bro.
ask them like you can ask people like why don't you like so and so. They have the people where I don't know. Their friend doesn't like that person. They've told them one story. That's how they see you.
That's it. I agree.
You know, and also for first impression, like I can have a bad day, and that's what some people like. When I'm a customer service. I'm a server. There's most of my regulars that request me to this day that they admitted to me. When you first came in, I was like, what in the world, like, why this guy? Because like I work out, whatever. Like, what's he doing here? He's gonna give us horrible service.
No.
They'll say, but from then they request me. You know, the wife will tell me, you know what's funny? This guy actually like. Can we change servers and all that in the beginning? And now he's the one asking, hey, ask for the big guy. I'm like, what do you mean? Like,
that's awesome.
And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, nah, I'm just kidding. I understand. Like, man, like you have muscles, whatever. Like, you know, like, and it's like something can be awkward. You're on the first date, someone like that comes, whatever. Like
I get it.
But you gotta know how to talk to tables too. You know, you can tell if it's a first date. I try to tell when I train people. If it's guys, I tell them like, yo, you know, you want to kind of face the guy, make him feel like he is in control because he is. This is his date. You know, that's your tip, anyways. You know, like, and he'll show you. He'll say, if you, oh no, she'll speak. Then you can go to them. And it's not to give her the cold shoulder, but you gotta let him.
Show
you're not gonna come like, oh, what are you gonna like?
Show respect.
Also, females somehow have the time. Oh, like such and such is being so mean. Well, I mean, every time you go to the table, you're standing like on closer to him. You're facing him. You're kind of giving her the cold shoulder. You want to feel welcome. If you see, you can tell. But you can read the table in the first 10 seconds. How they're gonna be. If you can joke with them, if you can't. I treat tables differently. They're like, oh, they don't like you to check up on them so much from far. People make fun of me because I do this little thing, but it's cool because like the older clientele, like la viejita, they're like 90 years old, like, and I love that. I love that. Little kids, they'll be like, and that's like my thing. You know? And it's like so cute. Like the reason why I do what I do right now, like serving, is just the experiences, the stories, the like just things that most of they leave, not just the obvious money, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like yes, like it's man, it's good money.
If you work for it.
If you work for it. I told people all the time, oh, like such and such, like. And like the new person will start like, oh, like such and such, he makes like I make $500 a day.
Right.
That's because I'm here. I don't take a break. I eat really quick, 10 minutes, whatever. I am hustling for my money. Like not every table is picking me up. A table they'll get upset. A table leaves them. There happens $0.
Bro,
if you go to your next table,
but I can see it in you. Like you love what you do.
I enjoy it. I love it.
So that people see that.
Yes.
Like now, and then now we're in a society where you go up to the counter, you order a coffee, and they want a tip. Man,
right.
You're when
they expect it, and I don't expect nothing.
I love giving tips, bro. Right. But I don't know.
And I'll tell you, though, remember, if you're about, you're gonna just know when you leave that place, like, they're gonna like, oh, this is like table 18. Like, what? There's no way. They were like, order this and that. You understand what you go through. Like, you're ordering a lot. If you're ordering like a small meal, I don't expect the biggest tip. If you're ordering shots that are like $25, you're not tipping. You don't understand. We tip out our bartenders. You know what I'm saying? Half the time, you have a table like $500 worth of like liquor in the bill, and there's no auto gratuity. They'll tip you probably like $20. Yeah, like when it goes to that, out of that, I am paying my bartender probably like $25 from that table because of how much liquor I sold. So I pretty much just paid you to come in here. You know, like, and it's like you see that it happens so much. But like I tell people, you gotta rub it off. I train people. I'm the one that trains people at the restaurants. Majority of them, like I tell them, you have a bad table, you can't go to your next table with that same mindset. You have to restart. It's hard, but if you go and you're like, they can see it. Like, and you're just down. It's like a dominoes effect. All your tables are gonna be down. Just a restart. The next table might give you $100, and it happens. I kid you not, it happens. My biggest tip has been $500.
Right.
On a four top.
Right.
Wow.
And they love your service. I didn't do barely anything for them. I did more for the other table. The other table gave me $10. But it balances out. I tell people, dude, when you come here, I aim for $100 a day. Obviously, I want to make more. I'm making more. Right. But $100, you're only working 4 hours. Right. It's $25 an hour. Right. Like kind of, pretty much, you know. Right. Because you're also getting paid hourly, $9 now, closer to 10. Right. So it adds up. That's like making 30, like, you know, $25 to $35 an hour. That's a normal sitting to job pay, you know. Yeah, but that's the minimum. This is a bad day. But you're usually making way more than that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, another thing is like tipping out. I tip out like crazy. Anyone that sees it, that knows that they've worked with me, bartender workers, busters, I pass it forward. All I expect from a table is 20%. If 20% $20 from you, you give me 35. I only need that 20. In my head, the 15 extra, I am okay with giving it to my buster on top of the tip. Right. Because if I motivate him to push forward and put a smile on him, he's gonna work better. He's gonna be oh yeah, I do this and that, they're gonna help me. My bro, tables see that you're helping out tables, like that you see it helping out people, they're gonna give you, because I've been in that side, I've been a buster. They would slip me $5, $10 here and there. They see you every day working. I help all the tables. You're not my table, I help you. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna get the tip. But something I'm realizing, I tell people, they're gonna come back the next time. You know what? Can we ask for that guy? Like, or I'll take care of them. Oh, we finally got you, man. We'll see you help out. Like, and they'll tip me like $200 right then and there. And it's not because of service I did then. I'm like, you don't have to give me that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only need like 10. No, but you've always served me. Somebody else took my order, but you brought the food, this and that. Like, and I don't do it to get a tip. I do it because that's what I like.
But that's the problem.
Yeah. But you don't help me. What you do. Yeah. But don't help me.
Like you said, you got to turn it into a lifestyle.
Yes.
And he like would bury it in my head. You got to go to the gym. You got to wake up early. You got to make it a lifestyle. I'm like, I don't want to wake up.
I'm still to that day. I had a guy tell me, like, are you doing good in that? How you feel like? But some older guy. He told me something so weird. But question: do you hit snooze on your
me?
Like he asked me, and I'm like, man.
I'll tell you right now.
And I had a joke, and it's like, I showed him like all these like every like 15 minutes, and it's like made it disappointing, but then he's like, no, I'm just kidding, but like think about that. Like if you when you know you're actually serious, you stop hitting snooze. I've done it every now and then, but I still hit snooze. But I want to get to that point where I don't hit snooze when the first alarm comes up. I'm getting up out of bed, like right in there. And I know 5 more minutes, no 15. Because that just adds up, you know what I'm saying? Right. He's like, if you want to start forgetting when you get there, you stop hitting the snooze button. And that just stuck with me. Like, man,
I only hit snooze on leg days.
Turn the phone off, you know? Yeah, dude. But like, but going back to like the serving, you know, how I enjoy that. Like, Steven, I was not happy at my job. Steven's like, oh man, try to go and serve. Like, there's no way, man. I was like, the type of guy I am, like, nah, like, then I'm going to serve people. They're going to be like, oh, this, like, they're going to run me. Like, I'm not going to work for it, you know? Like, how am I going to go from an officer, because I was a guard, that I'm up here to a server? Because to this day, like, that's why I was thinking about going to, like, you know, like getting a title. Because believe it or not, people like being a server, like they're frowned upon you. Like you're down here. So but I don't mind it. There'll be people coming out taking care of tables that I know that they don't like me. They don't. But I'm not gonna let it get to me. I'm gonna end of the day you're gonna tip me. If not, you don't. Whatever. But I'm gonna do my job. You're not gonna stop me from doing my job. I'm not gonna look back in front of people. I'm always do my job on wherever I'm working. I work at the car wash too. Extra money, you know, extra money that was down on the people that are working there. It's my brother-in-law. He's a manager there. Like I'm helping him out. Like, but it's helping me out as well. Right? How many times, like, oh, you're here, you still, I mean, no, like, I thought you went to the academy, you got postponed. Everything happens for a reason. I was supposed to start on January 23rd.
I remember you told me
that.
Yeah,
and the reason is because, like, for the title, you know, it's like, but do I really want to? Like, maybe it's because, like, it's not me, like, you know, it's dangerous too. But, like,
absolutely.
And there's so many pros on it, but people do frown upon cops and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, like, now I'm thinking twice about it. I honestly want to, I want to do something, like, I love what I do, customer service wise, whatever. I want to be for the people. So I've even thought about fire department. My friend was like, oh, like, it is dangerous. I don't even like fire. I don't like the heat. I'm a heat stroke. I did a little tryout and stuff, and like, I got on, the ladder. I'm very fit. So we went to like a tryout.
Don't talk to me about ladders, bro.
Yeah, no, I didn't know this. I was the first one up. I was the last one down. My legs don't work. I couldn't get down. And I'm like, what? And I got up
because you were afraid of heights?
Yes, I didn't know I was afraid of heights.
And you didn't even think about it. You just went through.
I went up there and I was like, okay, now what? Now what? And I'm like, and then I wore the suit. That suit is heavy, man.
Right.
I work out, but the heat as well. Like I might put people in danger because
Right.
I might be the one that's gonna need saving.
Right.
And I took it there. Whenever you have a fire, what is the first thing? Okay, make sure everybody's put away and just stand there. Okay, now you have to go in. I'm like, what do you mean? Go into the fire? No, like, man, what if there's someone in there? Then we're both gonna die. Well, then that's what you're signing up for. I'm like, man, I'm gonna think twice. So that's what I'm still serving because I'm like, I'm in the comfort zone, and I enjoy this. But after my motorcycle accident, man, I got my knee, my shoulder, everything. I'm in pain. So I can't keep doing this.
How long were you down after that accident, brother?
Well, luckily it happened during COVID. When COVID started, so all the restaurants shut down, like the gyms shut down. So I wasn't the only one who lost all that muscle mass and all that.
A lot of people.
A lot of people thought like,
yeah.
in the perfect timing. And like I said, like like that happened then, and like, I was only out. We started doing to-go, so there wasn't too much moving around serving tables.
Yeah.
So like I still had my brace in there, but then I got right back to work.
Oh, okay.
Because there's nobody I can fall back on. Like I said, I was. We had skipped that part. I was like, I ended up being. My dad was evicted, but I'm on my own ever since. My father has been through his thing. And since then I was homeless, man. And like I tell people why I work so much right now because that traumatized me, man.
Yeah.
Being homeless never. That was the like. What am I gonna? Like, knowing that I'm getting out of for work. My neighbor had sent me a picture. It was this. Everything was outside. I got home. I was calling and my dad like, oh, I'm in Tampa. Like he was ignoring. Like he was not. Because he let that take over his. He got into drugs, whatever. I was like, oh, llama tu tía. I called my aunt. My aunt helped me out. I went to the apartments around. Like I thought it was gonna be easier to find a place.
How old were you this time?
That's when I was like 17. Yes. Okay. So my aunt, and then I'm like, oh, I went to the Palm, different complexes. I'm thinking like I'll move in. Like, no, okay, we'll put you on the waiting list. Okay, like how much? Like, dang, like 2 weeks. Could be like 3 months. I'm like, what in the world? Like, and I'm the type of person. I've been independent all the time. Like, I could have stayed with my aunt. She shoved me. But then, and I'm always inside the house before like dark. All I do is work. I don't not party. I never drink. So she said, you can stay, pero a las 9 you're in. And she told me like too many rules. I'm like, boom. Behind Brewster's, there's the complex there. Mm-hmm. They don't check back or nothing. We went over there. The area is very like sketchy, whatever. But that's where I was able to find a place. Like she helped me out to get that.
Oh, those apartments back there.
Yeah. But it was, man, I tell you what, I was so went right to that. I was homeless, man. Knowing that I was getting off of work at Walmart, that I didn't have nowhere to go to stay. That messed with my mind so much. I gave the wrong change back to a customer and everything. I could have lost my job. They knew what I was going through.
Yeah. Your mind was
I never told them, but they had heard it. And they were there for me. They didn't fire me. They could have fired me easily over there. There got to a point where I used to have to choose either putting back then $10 in a Mitsubishi Lancer or a Honda went long ways.
Hell yeah.
Put $10 into my gas tank or eat a meal. I had no money to because I was living paycheck to paycheck at Walmart. Like no one taught me this thing. Like I never thought I was going to be living on my own. I was living with my dad. I used to sleep with my dad. Like that's like how close I was. Like, cuando está viejito, I'm going to take it to the doctor, the appointments, and my Corvette. Like I never thought, and we never pictured this, but I took over him, and I don't have no one to tell me, oh, tenés que pagar, you have to pay this. Man, bills were like I didn't know that I have to save. Like I get paid every 2 weeks. If I use this one, I have to wait 2 weeks. Like
nobody taught
I never
that,
taught that. One's telling me, oh, you have to pay all the late fees, man. That adds up. That's a whole when you making minimum wage like that. That's when I started working extra.
Takes your whole check.
Yes. I started working extra. Like there's other things. Like I ended up being actually a bachelor dancer for a while. Nobody knows this. I posted this like probably 3 years ago. Finally, for like 6 years, I was a bachelor because I was at Walmart. During Halloween, you dress up as something. Mm-hmm. I dressed up as Magic Mike. And then they came through and like, oh, they gave me the card. I don't know if you ever have people handshake. If you're serious about fitness, a card. This is about being a bachelor.
You talking about being a stripper?
Not a stripper. I was just about to say that.
Wait a minute, what do you mean a bachelor?
A bachelor dance is like, all right, let's say you're getting married.
Oh, a bachelor party. Yeah, it's kind of like a stripper.
Yeah, okay.
It's a stripper, bro. It's a stripper, bro. Yeah, so it doesn't show anything.
So it was like
it shows his abs and shit.
It was like it was like she gave me that, like, oh, there's no way. Actually, like, it was all under the table. Like, it's like, more like no one's not gonna know about this on Sarasota, Daytona, Tampa, not anywhere in town. I was like, and I would be a sub. So like, say like someone's missing out, like they'll tell me like on every a weekend a month, and I did it. But it was not for me yet. But because they do, when you do stuff like that, there's so much to it. People judge them all that, but it's just so much. It's not like, maybe I was making $400 a night. But you have to like come up with crazy routines for like a whole 4 hours, and like you can only do that for 30 minutes. The amount of breath is like crazy things go down. Like they're partying, man. They're about to get married and stuff. Like crazy things go down.
Right.
And it's like, I'm all there. I do not take drugs. I don't do that. So yeah, pop this. You won't remember nothing the next day. No, I never did. Right. And I wish. Sometimes on the ride back, I'll be like, I look at the people that were with me, like, bro, you let her do that? Bro, you did this?
Right.
That's crazy.
Like, and I'm just there, like, all like traumatized because I'm living. They don't remember nothing the next day. Sometimes I would, and that's why I tell people, like, I was this close. I could have, and that would have made things even smoother, like taking drugs or like drinking, but I just didn't. Because my dad went through that. I don't want to go through that route. I'm doing this to better myself. It's like it got to a point, but I signed a contract. I got this tattoo was actually to be a part of that as well. You got to have a tattoo with it fit in. That's where this came from. I never wanted tattoos. This tattoo is for my brother. My brother was murdered in Puerto Rico. He was 22. He was shot 40 something times over there.
Wow.
That's why I tell you, like, I always thought I was probably gonna live until like 20 something, whatever. But his own buddies, I found he was in gang. Like, his own buddies were the ones that switched on him. It was gang related. They literally massacred him. I lost my brother. I watched my dad. That killed my dad as well. Like, so I always felt like I had to choose better, like, for myself, who I hang out with. Like, that happened to my brother. Imagine me. Like, he didn't want to move over here. Because I got shot, they shot the vehicle and all that. He didn't want to move over here because of his buddies. He didn't know it was his own buddies that were setting him up. Because he thought he was going to snitch him out on something else. And I'm like, I'm the type of person, like, I don't want to move to Puerto Rico because of my buddies. And I never let it get, and when I get older, so I started like, working out more. Like, I disappeared on my friends, man. And it sucks, but I was also having to work. I never told him I ended up being homeless. I posted like, I got my own place, finally moved out. No, literally, I lost my father. My father was on his own thing. I don't know about my father for 2 years. Like, never heard from him. Like, I'm on my own thing, grinding. I have to work to pay bills. So I can't balance going to the gym, like, paying bills. Like, I can't go to the family reunions. Like, just hanging out, doing the things that I like. I can't do it. Like, you switched up on me. You started going to the gym and you got too cool. Like, no, if only you knew, man, what I was going through. Like, I was homeless. I didn't tell nobody. Nobody knows this stuff. Like, I posted it like a positive thing. And people ask me to this day, like, how's your dad? Like, I'm great. They don't really know. My dad's, going through rehab many times. Like, you know what I mean? And so he's doing much better. I spoke to him recently, like, how do you say this? On the phone, I was speaking to him, and he doesn't sound the same. That's not the father that raised me. And it sucks, man, because he was my rock. He's my role model. Right. But I just rather, like, he's just not the person, like, he's not. And I even would try to help, and like, I don't know if I'm helping him to stay with me. And maybe he has, like, because it happened once, like, I brought him back after 2 years, when I was working at the prison. I was saving money and all that, like, that way he doesn't have to pay rent, stay at my place. And then next thing you know, like, asking me for money, what? You haven't paid rent? Like, I'm just saying, like, como que te hace falta, you need this, like, so what are you spending it on? Little do I know, I'm helping him out. Thinking that I'm helping him get worse.
Right.
So I don't know how to help so I don't know how to help my own father.
What do I do? Because if I help you like this, then you go to this way. But if I do this, it's like you feel you don't know.
I don't know how to help my own father. It's like, something you're helping, it's like just. So I went through all that stuff. Like, I didn't choose to stop being friends with so and so and so and so. Right now I have an Xbox. Whenever I do get a chance, I get on there and I play with the same people I played with before, and I love it. Like, it's my thing. But I don't let it. Like, I started buying these things. Like, see if I can handle it.
You have
it gets too much, but I have self-control now. I don't always get on like it. It consumes me, but like it's mine. I'm gonna get off, guys. It's getting a little late.
Right.
Like, I choose that. So,
you didn't really have mentorship.
Right.
That's so important. I mean.
Yeah. Like, I see. That's why. And people ask me for motivation, like, of working this and that. Dude, I've worked with females that have kids, that have 2 jobs, single, and they're going to school. And it took them about 6 years, maybe longer, so I had to take pauses here and there, but they did it.
If they can do it,
and that's why I have a thing right now, like, you said, like, why about the police and stuff? I'm thinking maybe nursing. It scares me because, like, you have to, you balance that with, like, I probably have to skip the gym, but I can do that for a few months or maybe a year, balance it out.
You got plenty of muscle to let go.
Right, I've restarted already a few times.
Saying, if a single mom with 2 kids can do 2 jobs, and bro,
that motivates me.
There's no excuse.
I tell people all the time, single moms right now, like coworkers, man, you don't understand when you're a server, like you're going to school, you don't know how busy it's gonna be. You're paying a babysitter.
Right.
Paying a babysitter. Some days, and it's like sometimes I'll be like, I love to work, but you know, if you know what, like I'll close on Fridays because I don't turn up and all that. They can have their fun because they deserve it. They don't have their kids this weekend. I'm the type of person I'll stay there to close because I'm an old soul. I'm lame. I don't party. They're gonna all hang out, go to the blue, whatever, like party. You go ahead. But like sometimes I'll say, okay, I'll go home early because she has a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If she goes home now, she pretty much lost money coming here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just stuff like that.
She's going to work while paying a babysitter.
People understand that. So I tell people like when they go to food, like go out to eat, man. Like some people do it, like and they'll be so rude too. Like sometimes, like you honestly, if you're gonna be that rude, I don't care how good the tip is. Just don't like. I just rather not. No good tip is like worth you disrespecting someone.
Right.
It gets very ugly out there. I tell people all the time, like service industry. We go through a lot, but that person's depending on your tip too. Like it's. So like that's why I tell people when you go out to eat, like you make sure like people are like, like my buddy, like, how much should I leave? Like you go based off the service, but I no matter how bad the service, I cannot leave less than 10. I go out, I don't go out to eat every time, but when I go out to eat, even like I was telling you, the bartenders, the bussers, I tip extra. I go based off of how so it goes by sales.
Right.
Then you divide that and by like 5, 3, whatever, like stuff like that. I don't do that. I go based off of how much I make. They know if it's a good night, if it's not. They know how many drinks they made, how many not.
Right.
Like I'm giving them $50, $30. Bro, like I literally probably owe them $6. But I made way more than what I needed because they're fast. They do my drinks fast. While they're like, oh, you make Carlos's faster. Not really. It's just like, because you get them fast. They're not going to sit there dying. Oh, you do half an hour. Hey, you do this for my regular. Like, just it's simple things, man. Like half mango, half strawberry. So easy this. You're not losing alcohol on that. I'm not going to scamming anybody. But my customers, they love that. Right. They're happy. They tip me. I'm happy. You're happy because I'm tipping you out as well. It's a whole revolving
thing.
It's
a team, bro.
Yeah,
it's a team.
Like that's what it is. You got to pass it forward. Like they're busting all that. I tell people all the time. Like I don't know if you know that old truck that I had, but my nephew, he got his first job at the Olympics doing busing. He was doing so good. I put so much money into that truck. To the Chevy. So much money, music and all that. I gave it to him for less than what I ended up buying it without wheels and all that. $4,000, just boom, pay me off in payment because I seen him working and
he's hustling.
He's hustling at such a young age. He doesn't have to. He's doing his parents. And that's what I did. I was just like, here. Like, hopefully that guys him on that. Every chance I get to, like, push someone forward, help them in the gym or even in when I'm working them, you meet so many souls in the food industry, and that's why I do it. You just meet so many people. I have so many pictures, like, the older clientele, too. Yeah. And you're telling me, like, the Madison,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, it's just all those stories, like, like the kids that they want the big guy, Hey, there's Carlos. And they're waiting for me. Like, I love that. Yeah. I love babies. Every chance I get at the restaurants, can I hold them? Like, I'm like, how do I tell them? And you're here. Like, and I connect with them. I love it. Sometimes there's a single mom. She can barely eat. I kid you not, I've done it a few times. It's kind of awkward sometimes. Right. But like, they're trying to eat. The baby's like screaming, and people are judging other customers. They can't even eat the meal. Oh, give me like, it's not very busy, so I can. It's not really professional, but I'll
let me drink the
baby. I have the baby walking around, like go to the customer. How's everything?
That's awesome.
And now that helps my tip on the table. Right. She's eating, man. Like you don't know what. It's not easy being a single mom, and I see it all the time. It's like and I love babies.
That's awesome.
I don't have one of my own yet, but like I said, like the food industry has. Steven got me into it. Like he mentioned it, I was like, bro, you're crazy. And look, I'm in where I am today.
And you love it, bro.
Yes, I love it, man. I am getting older. Like, I cannot do this forever. I told people right. Before 32, that's what I'm trying to get into a career.
Is Steven older than you?
Yeah, Steven's. I think Steven's probably like what 32, maybe. Yeah. Just keep it short there. Maybe then.
Maybe.
But
don't make him too old, just in case.
Yeah. I gotta be safe. Now you gotta be here again.
You gotta always ask. You gotta always talk to the old heads. I got an old head that's with me all the time. And he's been through a lot, and he teaches me a lot. Right. But then I
love the connection you guys have.
I love the ask.
For a second, I don't know why, because you lost so much weight. I'm like, but no, that's the father. And then they were explaining, no, his dad passed.
Right.
I had no idea, bro. Like you didn't really post much. Like
no.
You just went through your thing and you disappeared a little minute. And I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Like Cat, we've never been super close, but I'm always busy, bro. But whenever you did see me, always count like if we've been buddies for years.
Yeah.
I always knew of you from other mouths, in high school and stuff, but never personally knew you, but I knew of you. But then you would go over there to eat and I was like, oh, how's it going? Like, no, you want to shop? You even offered me a shop. Like, I don't drink. Like, I'm like, I'm running, But it's like, that's something you always had that spirit. And the crazy thing, I don't even believe in marriage as much, but I feel like I found the one, but I just gotta make that jump. I've never, I don't know, there's a piece of paper, but literally seeing you guys, like Christina, you guys have been together for so long, and I think Jesus, dude, it's like so. To me, that's awesome. Like they're right here just standing, you know, like, and they're supporting. They don't have to, like, and it's not easy to find females like that.
No.
And it's like y'all locked it in. It's like I'm like that's enough for just a piece of paper. You gotta lock that in, you know, because especially with I've never been the best, but it's like the past 4 years, I can say when I was like from 18 to 21, man, I was getting all the attention.
Right.
You know, I didn't know how to do it. I was not loyal. I was like talking different. Like I was just. That was me, man.
From being a gordito to being a
I don't drink. I don't do none of that, no drugs. But my drug was females, and it got to that point. To this day, it follows me, and it's like, man, it sucks sometimes here. Like that's not me, man. But I warn you, like I used to be not like the worst, was like, man, I'm like.
But
when
that's
when I take care of the kids, my daughter, like if my daughter has a boy like that, I would hate, like, no. And when I raised my kids, man, I tell you what, like I needed them more than they needed me.
Yeah.
And I was getting to a part where it was like I had no meaning. I was just working for money, and I had no meaning, no reason to be a role model, no kids. Damn, they pushed me to where I am today, man. Like having them, I needed them more than they needed me, and I hope they will remember that. Like, you know, when they get older, they get to, like, you know, like things happen. I haven't had them in the past year. Like kids came out of nowhere. People are like, what? He must have had, like, where did these kids come from? Like he's like so young. They calculate she's 12. He's 20.
Right.
He was 8. Like no, like, and they just fall out of nowhere. But it got to the point like I treated them all equally, you know, like, but they were mine. I tell them all the time, like, there can be rumors where, like, there was no food stamps. They all got different fathers. She was a great mom. There was no food stamps. There was no child support. No nothing. She got denied Medicare and all that because she didn't put them on child support. She's such a good mom. Right. And I got to a point, like, man, they don't even reach out. Half of them, like, you know, one of them, like, the middle one, yes, he had a good father. He was still there, the grandma, all that. But, like, nothing. They have nothing. It's me. Like I did not benefit nothing. I benefited mentally from them. Nothing money wise. Like I kid you not, I did everything for them.
They helped you
spiritually. But I loved it, man. Like for Christmas, after this much money for such and such and such. The youngest one was mine. He thought I was his father. Like he thought I was his father.
Right.
No, that's who I pretty much like. That was my little baby. But I would only post him in the beginning. And then it's like, because the other ones, like, I don't know how their parents would feel. I've had instances before where I thought the female that should have kids. Oh, don't post my daughter. I'm like, what's wrong with it? And I can see, like, bro, that's weird. You know, don't do that. So I can see where. But I want to treat them all equal. You know, so then but then again, with Christmas time, the youngest doesn't have the father side. So I was always buy them their, you know, their Christmas things, like all the same amount, and it'll break my heart. And I'm like, but daddy, why does such and such, like, Abby, you're not gonna have like more than
right?
And I'm like, oh, it's not, because the other side of the family, they got
they get double gifts.
The grandma, stuff like that. The aunts, they're there, man. Like nothing. I'm like, man, my family, because like I had to back away from my family because I was always like, you know, hustling and working and all that. No excuse, man. Like family is everything. I've learned that the past few years, man. Every chance I can, I try to as much as I can take off from work if I can. But in the weekends, it's very hard for me because that's my, you know, it's sadly money controls everything. So it's like, you know, and that's my, you know, but like. He would end up with less than the other, and that was my little bit like, man, it's like, and it would hit me. He has no other side, but I treat them such equally, you know, like, and I benefit from them. I have it. All my Instagram is there. It was all for them.
I remember.
Recently, I don't because like I've been going through it, man. It's like mentally, it sucks. It sucks. They were my everything, and it's not because she's a bad mother. It's just I couldn't force love, you know. It just didn't work. It's just what it is, and I was still doing it. I was, you know, getting attention here and there, and it's like, I was there for the kids. It just wasn't healthy. I'm glad that. You know, she had to move forward with someone else, and maybe they don't feel okay with it. You know, then I don't know exactly the details. Like she's very good, but she's very quiet.
Yeah. She
lost her mother right before I had met her. That kind of got her emotional. She didn't show much emotion, like sad, happy, none of that. Like,
right.
That type. This is like you can't force love. But like I know for a fact, like, you know, she's a good mom, but like but like I said, like I had the kids before. I had the kids. I needed the kids more than they needed me. But my daughter, man, like once I got her, like dang, I was literally like not the best guy, you know, like for females, this and that. But karma got me right like that. I would fall in love, like they were doing the same way. When I got older, like I want to stand serious, like, oh, like boom, and it was like that's karma. Every time something bad, that's karma from this. Like, so much I did as I was growing up. But my daughter, man, I'm like, man, like I was such a bad. I needed her to like learn because I didn't have the money to figure. So like, I didn't disrespect females, but I didn't really treat them like the respect that they deserve, you know? Right. Like that, you cannot play with females' hearts like that, you know? Like
that's something when I started with mine, bro, like I told you, mine had, you know, I walked into a relationship with two babies too. Right. And it was the first time I had ever dated a girl with kids. And the first thing my dad told me was, are you serious with this girl? I said, yeah, Papa, yeah, I like her. He goes, I'm just telling you because you don't mess with moms. So unless you're serious, walk away.
Right.
And I was like, man, like I really.
Right. You got to think
and
about
now
it.
the older I get, the more that impact. It's absolutely true.
Right.
You know, because you got kids
They're
involved,
presenting
you got-
they're presenting you the kid. Like you don't understand. Like that's like, and you don't want to, you know, like. And then sometimes like, oh, like I don't want like their kid. They don't want like I love kids. Like, oh, this I want to meet them, whatever. Like you gotta respect.
You're playing with their
emotions.
emotions
Yeah,
too, with the
like
kids.
they've been, you know what they've been through. How many times? Like they
Right.
don't, and it's I understand like, like they don't want many men like in
Absolutely
the kids' life.
not. I agree.
And they're gonna get oh, mommy had this now, like
Right,
friend.
right.
The baby that just brings more drama. People don't understand. You have to be, you know.
That's why I say it's important to talk to the older.
Yeah,
But
sometimes I even tell them like to me like no, let's just wait and like you know if I know I'm not serious like I just ghost and that was me before. But like recently, man, like the past 4 years, I've learned so much. But I tell people like, yup. I used to like they'll come over like, yup, that used to be me. Like they'll add here and there, hear stories like no, like but that's the old me. Like I've been through a lot.
That's
you know?
why I say the old heads, man, because it's experience. I mean, he's got a lot of experience. You have a lot of experience.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I reached out
bro.
to you to ask you gym questions.
Right.
Like-
Same thing with Alpha Dads. I mean, he's.
I honestly didn't know how this was gonna go. Like I feel like we need episode 2, 3, 4,
Right,
5. Bro, you have an
Yeah.
amazing story,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And me and you've never really met.
No, that's
Until
why I
I
was like,
know
yeah.
of you, and
Right,
apparently
right.
you knew me.
That's why I watched the videos. I was like, it seems like I've always seen you like in videos, here and there, like not really, and you're always in your own thing, like laughing with your family, like not really, you know.
For me, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, and I hope that after today, we definitely have a relationship after
Yes,
this,
sir.
bro, because I respect you, dude. Your story is
Appreciate that, man.
you're a savage, dog.
Thank you, man.
You are a savage.
Part of the team, man.
And I'm just, I'm glad I met you, bro. I'm
Yes,
glad
sir.
I met
Me
you.
too, yeah.
I know Mike's got something for you for sure.
Bro, just something to keep you looking good in the gym and keeps you motivated, bro.
Got a small, right? Like a big,
No, you
I'm
told me
Nah, I know.
You told me
I know.
medium, dude.
Yes, sir.
But I appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Big time.
Thanks so much, man.
Big time.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Hey guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment. If you like it, put a good comment. If you don't like it, put a bad comment. We don't give a shit. But be a savage, baby.
Be a savage, guys.